Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. We are here for the starting lineup show ahead of the big game tonight, Arsenal versus Chelsea. Another massive game. Here to discuss what we think the lineup should be, and also, you know, we're waiting in anticipation of what the Chelsea lineup could be as well, with rumours that Cole Palmer could be out. We've got Lee Judges, Julian, and we've got Cecil.
Cecil, what are you doing?
Cecil.
They'll call me that.
I say in America, when you go to America, they call you Cecil.
Cecil.
You know, before we even get into anything, man, you need to explain to me that intro. I saw the intro that you did.
Yeah.
The poem.
Yeah, don't worry,
On the poem you did at the start of your preview show. What's that? It didn't even rhyme.
A lot of people liked it.
Tell us again. I'm trying to get my head around.
Do you know, I didn't say it out loud enough, so maybe I might.
All right, go on. What was it?
So it says, London is red, Chelsea is blue. One is challenging for the title, one is challenging to watch. Welcome to the preview. Rugby! Blue preview.
Clever.
Nice.
Clever.
I
like that.
I saw the comments, someone said it's like an A, B, C, D, B rhyming pattern. It's like, you know, the soliloquies.
That's why you can rap, Rob.
See? I can't rap, but I'm working on things, man.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
learning. I'm working on these things. You know?
Yeah.
Well,
You know, you see how CBS, they have their intros and stuff. I feel like we can beat them. We can do better.
Rumours are he can't even wrap a Christmas present.
what school you go to?
Reigate School. I went to Reigate School. I went to a nice, you know, a good school.
Yeah, was it 1 day a week?
I got a B in English as well.
I want to find out if that school passed. You know them tests they have to do. What do they call it when the inspectors go around and that?
Ofsted.
Ofsted.
My school's legit, man. Hold tight. Big up the Reigate School people, them. Love.
Right, yeah. The Reigate school passes Ofsted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hopefully it's improved since you left.
Well, you don't like my
Well, that
rhyming.
even rhyme to me, man. That's
But
ridiculous.
the poem was, it's
It's
good.
clever. It
See?
doesn't have
Well,
to
you see,
rhyme.
you'd have
See?
to
Julian
rock up in
agrees.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course
very
For the
clever.
intelligent people.
Of course they're going to
okay,
agree, like, you know,
okay,
those in Munich together, weren't they? Of course they're
It's
going
for the intelligent people. If you get it, you
Anyway,
get it.
at least we're here to talk about something more intelligent, which is the game tonight. Massive game tonight. Arsenal versus Chelsea. Yet another one of these games where we absolutely cannot afford to lose or draw. That's the thing about these games. Even a draw is an awful result. Yeah, we got the win at the weekend, but then so did Liverpool. But this is an opportunity as well. If we look at it, an opportunity to put another 3 points on the board before, you know, both Liverpool and Manchester City play. Liverpool play tomorrow. They've got the Merseyside derby against Everton. All right, they normally always win that, but never going to be easy. It's a derby game. And of course, Man City play Thursday against Brighton. This is a must-win, Lee. Absolutely got to win this game. And the team selection is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you thinking about the team
Yeah,
selection?
it's going to be really interesting what he's going to do, if he's going to make a few changes or whatever. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp did make a few for the Fulham game and still got the result. Look, listen, this is where it's the business end of the season. This is where you're going to get nervous. And listen, I haven't been like nervous for a Chelsea game like this for a very, very long while. I've got to say, you know, all the pressure's on us tonight. I don't care what anybody says. If they win, it's great for them. If they lose, it don't really affect them. But and even a draw don't affect them. But for us, a draw or a loss is a real big thing. I think like we've not gone back-to-back defeats at home for over 2 years. So you know, there's a lot riding on this. So I'm really nervous. But I know as a fan, I felt that the fans were a little bit nervous on Saturday. We've got to try and not be nervous going into this game. I know it's very, very hard. We've got to, you know, really help the players and everything there. But I do think that there will be tension around the ground tonight. I really do.
Ghost also, he's a super chat. He says, I'm nervous. He says, we need a strong start. Is absolutely essential. Are you nervous about this game? I mean, you know, it's Chelsea. They've got nothing to play for, but the one thing they would love, and every Chelsea fan would love to do, would be to derail Arsenal's chances of winning the league. Yes. It's a tough game.
It is. We can't lose. We can't lose. We can't draw. But I didn't enjoy the game on Saturday. And I kind of thought back on that and I thought, well, why are we in this situation as fans if we're not going to enjoy these types of games? So the one thing I've promised myself is regardless of the result tonight, regardless of the performance, regardless of
how tense and nervous it is for everyone else. I want to enjoy it because I've been waiting nearly 20 years for this kind of situation that we've got this run in. So I think if we can relax as fans and embrace it rather than have these nerves, then hopefully that will transmit onto the field to the players. Because they
didn't look. I wouldn't say the players looked nervy though on Saturday, would you? I mean, I thought they played with a lot of
fans were happy
control.
with the
I thought in the
performance,
final third they did, the passes were a little bit off straight and things like that.
I've seen us play a lot better against a lot better opposition this season. But at the end, we won the game.
You didn't enjoy Saturday, yeah? Probably because I had so many Yorkshire puddings and
Benny was whistling as well, I didn't know. I thought you was asleep at one stage, kept giving you a nudge.
Yeah, no, look, the event of going there and being in that box with Inda, and it was just a wonderful experience. But the actual game, I found it stressful. I didn't enjoy it until Odegaard put that second goal in.
Every game's going to be stressful like that at the moment.
It will be.
Tonight will be. And as I said, with Chelsea, every Chelsea fan will be like, you speak to every Chelsea fan, and I've spoken to a few since on the weekend, and they're like, you're going to smash us. However, if we beat you, so they would love to derail, as I said, they'd love to derail our chances of winning the league, and they can, even a draw. And we remember, we drew them at their place to see. We were actually 2-0 down, remember that game?
Yeah, but
so
if I'm honest, like, I hear it, but I don't even care about that. I'm more, because at the end of the day, the pressure's going to be the same for when we play Spurs on the weekend. They're going to want to stop us from trying to win the league as well.
These are two huge
massive games. Yeah, London derbies that, it means more for them to stop us than for us. Well, that's what they all want, and then us winning the league. So I'm trying to look past that, because regardless, the players need to look past it as well. They need to say, look, get the job done today. We're going to have the same pressures come the weekend, and if not even more intense, because it's a North London derby. So get over and done with this. It's fun. Do you know, I looked at how many games. It's 25 games left. Like, that's
these next two games, I feel, they're like turning point games, right?
Yeah.
Because when you looked at sort of the other day, when you looked at the running, these were the two games that everybody looked for. Chelsea and then Spurs back to back. That's tough. Arsenal's running is really tough. If we can get beyond these two, I know we still got to go away to Man United, but
we'll be all right.
We know they've not been playing very well. If we can get past these two games with the maximum amount of points, the last three games, Bournemouth at home, United away, and Everton at home.
Yeah.
We've got a great chance, but these two, Lee, innit? We've got to navigate these two.
These two, and it's we're into Tuesday now, and I've not even given the North London derby a thought yet, because it's all on this game.
Yeah.
Tottenham becomes even bigger and massive. Whatever happens tonight, it'll still be a big game. What happens tonight, but if we was to win today, it just ramps it up even more. So, you're playing your two biggest rivals in the city. From the point of view where it's always been Arsenal, Spurs have been the derby game, but with what our Chelsea have become over the last sort of 20 years or so, there's a rivalry there as well. So, listen, I don't know if you've seen it on social media. That they're playing Man City in the FA Cup Saturday, and they're singing songs about ruining our season. That's what they're saying.
This is Chelsea fans.
Yeah. So that's
concentrated on their own game.
They're ruining their own season. This is what it means to listen. Put ourselves in their position. If we was like that, we'd love to do it as well. So I get that. So the thing is today is to make sure that doesn't happen. And Julian's right what he said there. He's right what he's saying. It's 20 years since we've been doing that, and I have actually gone around. We've got to enjoy this riding on that phone.
And it's not enjoyable, is it?
It's tough.
It's not enjoyable.
I'm not enjoying it,
especially in this space.
I'm not enjoying it one bit. You know what I mean?
You've got to try. You've got to try and enjoy it. There is the thing of going there today with that added excitement is that we're going there and we've got so much to ride on. But it is, you know what I mean? I'm not looking forward to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there you go.
A couple of super chats here. Let me do this before I come back to you, Julian. Ghost says, Partey, Rice, Odegaard. That's midfield. I think that's what you'd like to see. This super chat's funny, right? Gonzalo T says, I had a dream last night that we won the league. Mad. He says, but then again, I was hanging out with Brad Pitt and Doja Cat.
Good company. There's
Who's Doja Cat?
Doja Cat is a singer. Rapper.
Do you know Brad
Go and
Pitt
check her out.
Yeah, I
man.
know Brad Pitt is.
Yeah, you need to improve your playlist. So maybe add that.
This is an intelligent guy, you know what I mean? Benjamin says, objectively with no bias, who's having a better season? Cole Palmer, 23 or 24, or Julian's 72-73 Intercontinental Cruise Championship season?
Probably Julian, because he did get a runners-up medal.
Yeah,
like
I've
Cole
got a
Palmer.
medal. What's he going to end up with?
He did got a
Well, he could get player of the year.
Cup,
In the Charity Shield.
he got runners-up in the middle, and then the League Cup.
That guy there said about putting Partey in midfield. Would you do that for this game?
Yes.
You take out who?
Yeah, I'd take out Jorginho. Not because I think Jorginho's playing badly, because I don't want to see Jorginho play 2 games in the space of a week or 5 days. Well, I want to hold him back for the Spurs game. And I know people are saying that you need to play each game as it comes and play your best team, but it's a squad game, and Partey's been training now since, well, I think
6 weeks.
Yeah,
probably,
6 weeks.
So you'd put him in and take him out for Spurs. So you'd put him in for this and take him out for that.
If he has an absolute blinder, Partey, and he's capable of it, his levels are higher than Jorginho's levels. If Partey at his best is better than Jorginho at his best, but we haven't seen Partey at his best for some time. But then he hasn't been playing. So
You want to risk that? Jorginho as well. We're playing against his old club.
I also think Declan Rice played really, really well when he come on as well, and that's the key for me. Like I thought Declan Rice was outstanding in those last 20 minutes, and I thought, well, why was that? And I think it was something like James reminded me that that's when Rice, that's when Partey come on. So I'm with Julian. I'm playing.
So you'd like to see Partey.
Yeah. And Chelsea's under 18s. That's what I'd like to see. Chelsea's under 18s. That's what I'd like to see.
Who would you?
I want to see Timber after the goal he scored.
He scored a banger yesterday, but I think it's still too early for it.
I'm joking.
Great strike, though, wasn't it?
Great strike. It was great to see him back.
Great
to see him back.
I went with Jorginho in the midfield. I think just to solidify things. This is not to say Partey can't do that, but we're used to Jorginho in his big games.
It's up against his old club as well.
Yeah, I think that gives him a little bit more of an incentive. Same with Havertz. Like, I think he's. Listen, I'm still not fully sold on Havertz, but he's been disrespected by his Chelsea fans. You know, they're so happy that we got rid of him and all that, and he's not that good. You're not getting a good player. It's been really good for Arsenal. I think he's going to want to prove something playing in this game. And I think the same for Jorginho. I think there's less disrespect to Jorginho coming to Arsenal from Chelsea, but fans still kind of don't give Jorginho the ratings from Chelsea, and he can prove it against them tonight.
Yeah. What about on the left-hand side, the left-back position, which has been, you know, we don't know if Tomiyasu is going to be fit or not for the game. We'll have to wait and see. You've got Kivior and you've got, of course, Zinchenko.
Yeah,
now,
we went with Kivior.
One of the strengths of Chelsea, which they didn't really use it on the weekend, but they've got good sort of wing players, wingers.
Wingers, yeah.
But for you, who would you go for this game?
Kivior. Like, I know Arteta likes to play Zinchenko when he's at home. We dominate the ball a lot more. He likes to invert. So he normally goes with Zinchenko. But Kivior, I think defensively, is the right decision to keep it tight at the beginning. You're shaking your head, but I'd go Kivior, especially
thinking about the first half performance
of Kivior
on Saturday.
Yeah, because remember in the
I know,
first
but
half.
Cole Palmer does drift over to that side as well, where Kivior could be. So it'll be a big ask, but I just think Kivior's the right option when it comes to this game. I think we keep it tight and professional and kind of catch Chelsea instead of go out full out attack and try and basically suffocate them. I don't want to see that. I want to be professional.
You're not feeling Kivior for this. Who would you go?
Not for that. I mean, for a start, Kivior is not a natural left back. He's a left-sided.
But he's been doing so well for us, apart from obviously maybe the Bayern game.
He did get done though. You know what I mean? Like, had it not been for an unbelievable save by Raya, we could have been 1-0 down in that game.
That wasn't the only time.
Yeah, and I think he was very.
But you're not forgetting how good he's been before that. Come on, you guys can't just forget what he's done before that when we've been beating teams 5-6-0.
But ultimately, for me, he is the fourth choice left back. So if you've got the choice of other ones, especially for a home game, I understand people's hesitation with Zinchenko and what they perceive
He's been
to
criticised
be,
just as much as Kivior.
Yeah, his criticism. But what Zinchenko has got that none of the others has got is this ability to help the attack where the others don't. And I think on a home game against what should be a weaker opposition, you need Zinchenko in there. So take a little bit of a risk, especially as the alternative looks risky as well. I mean, one thing I totally disagreed with you on was the player ratings. You gave him a 7, and I think you did that purely on the basis of the score.
Kivior.
Yeah, Kivior, and you can get affected by the score, but
I think I give him a 6.
But if Wolves,
Yeah,
but if you gave him a 7, but if Wolves had taken advantage, like Bayern did, Wolves, luckily for Kivior, are not of the same ability as Bayern. And but it's the same mistakes 3 or 4 times.
I've got to say, right, that I'm kind of with Julian on this, right?
I'm with Julian on that. I'm playing.
Kivior's come in and he's done brilliantly, right? And
for a fourth choice defender.
But you're right, he's like a 4th choice. He's been thrown into a position that's not really his position.
So what's Zinchenko, first or for third?
Well, I'd say he's 1st choice, isn't it?
Yeah, first choice on certain games.
But I'd say, but what it is with Zinchenko, I think if you go away from home and you're up against a City, or I don't think he's your starter, because you want to keep it a bit tighter, and we know he likes to roam, and we know he can get pulled out of position. But I think at home, I don't know. It's either him or a fit Tomiyasu. But Kivior, he don't look fully comfortable in that, because even in that mistake he made, right, in that game, he shouldn't really have made that.
Let's go to Bayern. Let's go to
Bayern.
What Gnabry did to Kivior, he could do exactly the same to Zinchenko. Can we all agree on that? Gnabry does the same thing. Not Gnabry. So Sarri does the same thing. What happened to Kivior to Zinchenko?
Yeah, no. On that one, I absolutely agree that Zinchenko could have made the same mistake. But where I'm coming from is that Zinchenko can do things in the attacking third, which Kivior can't. So if the both of them are capable of making those mistakes, what are you risking by having Zinchenko there? But you've got the advantage of having the attacking flair.
Although I guess what Cecil would argue is you've got the advantage of a better defender.
Yeah.
I don't think but on the basis of the last few games, I wouldn't say he's a better defender in that left-back position.
What about you, Lee? What's your, Zinchenko or Kivior?
I'm with Julian on this one, purely because we're going to have more of the ball tonight. So I would go with Zinchenko. Away from home on Sunday, I'm going probably Tomiyasu if he's fit.
If he's not fit, who would you go with? Kivior?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Because it's a more steady defensive shape. But
Zinchenko's been getting a lot of hate, hasn't he? Like, when I say hate, a lot of...
I'll go back to when people say that he can't defend. Well, he was superb against Tottenham last season. Absolutely brilliant. And Tottenham, threw everything at stages. So, listen, I'm going to say it's about Zinchenko, but people getting on his back and all that. He's had no pre-season. When we was out in America, didn't play in one game out there. Come back.
You're near the end of the season.
I
know you're near the pre-season, but we're near the end of the season.
Yeah, but
so he's had a little bit of time to get up.
Build it up.
What I'm saying is, if you play football, I'm just saying. Pre-season's very, very important. And I think he's always been trying to play catch up on his fitness, and then he's broke down again and then broke down again. So that's my point on that. I always think that you need that. And for me, I think that's where he's probably lost a little bit of form. But
I like Zinchenko. I just feel you start with Kivior, defensively sound, and see how Chelsea set up. If they do a low block and you try and break it down, then you change it up and try and bring Zinchenko in, and then you try and exploit that. But at first, I think you go defence first, keep it solid, and you go with Kivior.
Against a team like Chelsea at home, who have been as poor as they have been this season.
They might go for it. They've had a turn of, not a turn of form, but they've probably got a bit more confidence of their last performances.
And that would be wonderful. If they went for it, Arsenal, and if it was toe-to-toe, we've got to fancy ourselves. That would be the perfect game plan if they did.
What about up front? Who do you go with up front, Lee? What would your front, give me your front three.
My front three for this game, I'm going to go Saka.
Yep.
Havertz. Jesus.
Okay, no Martinelli.
No.
Mad.
What about your three?
I'm going to have Trossard instead of, who did you say on the left?
Jesus.
I'm going to have Trossard there. I just think...
Trossard?
Yeah, Trossard,
Saka,
Havertz and Saka.
Trossard doesn't start. I don't think he starts very well.
The only thing that I look at that, and I'm not going to go against it and all that. I just think that we lose a little bit of our pace, and like teams can just drop off or push on us a little bit more. I think that sometimes we just need that little bit more pace. And Saka's quick, but he's not blistering. I just feel that
Jesus isn't. He's quick.
Yeah,
he's not
he's
blistering.
quick, but
he's not Martinelli pace.
No, but I'm going to be honest. Martinelli.
I'd hold Martinelli back for Sunday.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would. Because you know what?
Because of the way they push forward.
Because they push forward a lot
they leave
more,
more gaps.
give us a lot of open spaces. But then again, Martinelli does need to have the one thing I might go with Martinelli today. He's always done well against Chelsea.
Yeah.
What about you?
Saka.
Front three.
I want to rest Saka, but we can't, and we've got 5 games left. Saka on the right.
Rest.
You know what I mean?
5 games left.
I know. Saka on the right. Havertz up top, and then Martinelli on the left.
I'm
interesting
I
because
don't know where all this
I
is.
personally,
Saka.
What are you going with?
I personally would like to see the same front three that we played the other day, and I'd have Havertz in the midfield again, because
I don't love that.
Because I thought, you know.
So instead of Rice, Odegaard, and Partey, you want Havertz, Odegaard, and Rice again.
I want. Yeah. I think let's be on the front foot in this game from the start. I'd like to see. I think Chelsea a bit vulnerable at the back, right? So you know, I want to have like say Jesus. Trossard just scored. You know, he's on form.
Never starts well.
So as in
a starting 11.
He scored the other day.
Off the bench.
That's again the other myth. Though he only scores when he comes off the bench. Well,
the truth.
He started on Saturday. He scored a vital goal. The goal that got us going, right?
It's better.
And to me, right, go with the informed players, right? Jesus looked pretty lively in the game. Saka is always a threat, and Havertz has been playing consistently well. And then later on, if one of them needs to come off, you can push Havertz further forward. But I just feel that I don't know. I don't know if unless there's players are tired and that, and Mikel Arteta was sort of intimating that you know the players are not tired and they're fresh. I know obviously we got the game on the weekend, but that's not until Sunday.
Yeah,
today's
4
Tuesday.
days rest, isn't it?
So I'm just thinking to myself, if they're all fit and rearing to go, why not just have the same sort of, you know, I'd have the same sort of team, probably minus Kivior, and bring in Zinchenko for this game would be my choice for it. But
So would you play Partey?
No, he's not doing
I wouldn't start Partey from the beginning. I think I'd start with that same midfield of Odegaard, Havertz, and you know, because I thought the midfield was all right in the game. I like the fact that we had the front three that you know was up there, and then
do they match up with Chelsea's midfield? I mean, granted, Chelsea's midfield hasn't been great this season, but surely you're going to want power for power in there, or I don't know. I don't know about that same midfield. I disagree with that personally, but
do you know what it is, right? You know what it is with me. We need goals in games now.
So you're just throwing everyone, get everyone.
It's not that we're just throwing everyone, but I look on it and go, we need to get off to a good start. We need to score goals, right? And I want goal scorers on the pitch. I want Trossard on his in form. You know what I mean? And you know everyone's leaving him out.
I think
Guy's on form at the moment.
When was beating teams?
Even at the Emirates, he scored a lot of goals, didn't he? So.
Oh, look, listen. Yeah. If he's playing, I'm not going to be disappointed.
But when was beating teams 5, 6s, 4s? The front three seemed it was Havertz, Saka, and Martinelli. I know that was a few weeks ago now, but we didn't struggle to score against Wolves, but it took a lot of time. I think you go with what you've seen in the past that's worked. Even though you're going with the on form, I'm going with what I've seen before of the track record. So it's up to Mikel Arteta. That's why he's the manager, but that's why I'm going with that.
Well, in about 5 minutes' time, we're going to know what the team is. Give me your 11 then. What was your 11? So your 11 was.
So Raya in goal, be White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko, midfield, Partey, Odegaard, and Rice. Saka. I'm tempted, but I'm going to go Saka, Havertz, and I'm going to stick with Jesus because I think he still made the goal on.
Okay. What about you?
I've gone Raya in goal, right back Ben White, Gabriel Saliba, centre back pairings, Kivior left back, Jorginho, Rice, and then Odegaard, and then Saka on the right, up front Havertz, and on the left Martinelli.
I'm exactly the same as Lee, but instead of having, who do you have on the left? You had
Jesus.
I've gone for Trossard.
Okay.
So, and we're big Martinelli fans, aren't we?
I love him. And ever since that Chelsea goal, that's when.
Yeah, because there is an argument. I mean, I can't remember which one of you said it, but he has got a good record against Chelsea.
Yeah,
and I kind of remembered that when you said it. It's swaying me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
does.
he hasn't really looked on it in the last few games. There was a moment at the weekend where I thought he could have cut the ball back. He went for goal, you know.
But in
then
you've got 5 games left now.
Yeah, do you want to bring,
you've got
freshen it up and bring him in from the start?
Yeah, he's going to play.
And that's what I say with Part. If you're going to play Part,
Yeah.
you're playing now.
I mean, going back to the Martinelli thing, when you think about it, sometimes when you've got a player that like always scores against a team, loves playing against a particular team, that is sometimes the player to start in a game like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are we keeping you up, mate?
Yeah. I was up earlier.
I'm the ill one, and you're yawning.
You know what it is? It's nerves. I am actually like, it's a nervous.
Are you yawning?
Nervous
Yeah,
yawn.
I thought he was talking to me. I thought
No.
No, that's not. You're both not interested in.
No, I was thinking about the question, but now you yawned, I've forgotten it. What was the question?
Like people.
No, I forgot.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying
teams.
about Martinelli. I'm saying
I do think
sometimes
it's
you have a
big.
player like, you know, like a Martinelli who's got a great record against Chelsea, obviously enjoys playing against them. You could be right. Maybe that's a game you throw him in from the beginning and say, yeah, go and do what you normally do against them.
but it should
Plus
make-
as well, you know, for Chelsea, they're like, oh, not him again, man. He always
It's
scores
strange
against
how you play that.
It's different players,
play
though,
Eddie
isn't
and
it?
Nketiah
It's
then,
different
'cause he
players,
scored
a
against
different
Chelsea as well.
manager.
Yeah, but you go to certain grounds and play well, and other grounds, you know what I mean?
That's a thing. That's definitely a
yeah,
thing.
you can have a
That's
nightmare.
definitely a
out there.
thing.
It's a weird thing that.
Yeah, that
Yeah, but
is true.
the game's at home.
I'm just saying, like,
Or the team you're playing against.
Yeah.
Grounds team you're
no,
playing
he has
against.
to argue.
No,
he has
but
to
it's-
argue the
but I was
point.
thinking
couple
about
of
the
minutes.
question.
Anyway, a couple of minutes away from knowing what the
We'll go
team's
back
going to
sleep
be.
now.
I'm just waiting for it here. Also, it's going to be interesting to see what the Chelsea team is. Let's all remember that Chelsea, they had a bit of a, you know, they actually played pretty well.
Yeah, it did.
But they couldn't put their chances away. Jackson missed a load of chances. And there's rumours that Cole Palmer could be out, which would be a massive blow for them and be good news for us.
There's flu going
Because
around.
he's
Is
been
there
superb,
flu
hasn't
going
he?
around
There's
Chelsea
flu going
fan?
around. No, there's flu. You came in today. A lot of us are ill today. There's flu going around. Might have reached Chelsea. They're saying he's ill, Cole Palmer. But is it a double bluff? I mean, these managers can do that all the time. But
Yeah.
Rizwan says Martinelli scores against Liverpool and Chelsea every season. We need to play him into form because he's a dangerous weapon. Martinelli starts for me. That's a very good shout by him.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm not going to argue with that comment. I think that you know it's valid, and it's the same with the party thing. If you're going to play them, you know you got to play them at home, haven't you? I feel like
when
it's a little
players
bit
coming back
harsh on Martinelli. So, right, you go and play against Spurs, you ain't played for 3 or 4 weeks, and then like you know, oh, if you don't do the business, well, we ain't this and that. Put him in the home game. Yeah, I'm not being horrible. If Saka's half fit, he plays.
100%.
Right.
Even less than half.
And Martinelli has got to be 100% fit to play. You know, so if you're doing it with Saka, then they're 2 main wide players in this team. If everybody's fit, I think we'd all go Saka and Martinelli. So you know, if you're doing it for Saka, you've got to do it to Martinelli.
I think it's like,
competition.
I think it's like they said the other day though, like Saka you don't really have a player. You know, Reece Nelson does all right, but he's not, you know, but whereas on that left-hand side, you
Yeah,
can
well,
put
that's a little
Trossard
bit
in,
harsh on
you can put
Martinelli's
Jesus in.
fault, is it?
It's just a bit harsh on Martinelli because he's just got more competition.
And Martinelli could play on the right.
Yeah.
Could he?
Could he? Have we not really seen him on the
never
right?
seen him.
I imagine he's a left footer.
It happened once this season. They put him on the
That
right.
can play on the
Seems
right. You
fine.
know what I mean? The way we play our wide players, you know, Saka's more left-footed, isn't he? But I don't know.
So is what we're saying that we're so reliant on Saka that we can't replace him. So he has to play half injured.
But we're not. The manager clearly favours.
Well, I don't think
Saka
that's
on the
right, do you?
I don't think it is.
No, but then if you look at Chelsea's situation now with
Cole Palmer.
Palmer, I mean, if
He's literally carrying Chelsea.
he's carrying the whole team.
Saka's not. I
I mean,
mean,
if you look at,
he's got good numbers.
if
He's not carrying us though.
I mean, what's his numbers?
He's on 20 goals, I think.
I think he's got 20 goals. He's got 9 assists.
Yeah.
If you look at the other 4 players around him, I think they've got 14 goals and 7 assists between them. And he's got
Okay,
29.
lineups are out. As you were chatting your waffle.
Funny enough, Julian was talking at the time of.
He couldn't wait to get some of these stats in, you know what I mean? Anyway, lineup is out. In goal, David Raya.
Oh,
Surprise.
Right back, Ben White.
Yep.
William Saliba, Gabriel, and
Zinchenko.
you going Zinchenko?
Because he knows he's right. I'm going to go Zinchenko.
Zinchenko,
I'm just Kivio.
Kivior. Takehiro Tomiyasu, they're all wrong.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Out of all the options, that's the I'm most happy
I
with
said
that.
if he was fit, I'd play him on.
All right, a
so,
midfield
not arguing that.
of... What midfield you gone for?
We went for Partey.
So you gone
Partey,
Partey,
Rice,
So no
Odegaard.
Odegaard.
Partey, Rice, Odegaard.
It's on the screen.
Partey,
Go on,
Rice and Odegaard, and up front is Saka, Kai Havertz and Leandro Trossard
That's exactly
does
what I said,
start.
apart from the left back.
Yeah. So it's not exactly right then, Julian, is it?
It's not exactly
what
what
we
you
all
said, is
said
it?
was if Tomiyasu is fit. So basically, I was right.
No, you never mentioned Tomiyasu
no, but
once.
we didn't mention him because we thought he was injured.
All right, the bench is Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Jakub Kiwior, Jorginho, Emil Smith-Rowe, Fabio Vieira, Gabriel Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah, and Gabriel
Strong
Jesus.
bench.
So that's a strong Arsenal
bench.
team. We'll come back to it in a minute. Let's get the Chelsea team.
Oh, yeah.
In goal, Petrovic. Then they've got a back four of Gilchrist, Disasi. Who's that?
He's not playing.
Badashide.
Oh, Balashide, sorry. Balashide, Cucurella.
Oh, right,
Midfield is Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. And then they've got Madueke, Conor Gallagher, Mikhailo Mudryk starts the game, and Nicholas Jackson up front. No Cole Palmer, not even in the match day squad. He is out. That news was true. On the bench, they've got Bettinelli, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Dyer, Chukwuemeka, Kasedi, Raheem Sterling and David Washington. That is their team. But the real significant thing for them, no Cole Palmer, not even on the bench. So those
And
rumours
who else have they got out?
about him being ill are true.
Left back out as well, have they?
The left.
No, Cucurella's playing. There
Cucurella.
was a doubt.
No, but Gusto was
playing.
supposed to play,
Gusto.
but he's out as well.
Is he a left back?
Yeah, Gusto's.
Which is
Gusto's
a
out.
massive.
Which as
plus.
well, he's a good player, that
massive
Gusto.
plus.
He's a very good player.
He's
So
alright. Yeah.
they're missing a couple of players. I mean, the key one is Cole Palmer. But going back to the Arsenal team, going to be really interesting. It's what we've wanted. When we're there, we're talking. What we wanted to see all season is a midfield of Partey and Rice. We've got that.
I'm excited now.
You excited for that midfield?
I'm excited. But
And he's ready. He's ready.
Well, we hope he is.
Yeah, well, he must be. He's 6
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah.
I mean, listen, if he's on form, right, and you've got on form Rice, Partey, Odegaard, that's one of the best midfields in the league.
I'm looking forward to his
the
game
best.
now. I was a
If
bit nervous.
Partey's back to what he can achieve, then that's got to be the best midfield in the league.
Yeah, and I wanted Jorginho in there. I said power for power. Partey would be the answer to that, and he's in there against Caicedo as well, a player that we wanted. It'd be interesting to see him along Partey alongside Rice and Odegaard. We've wanted it for so long. I'm excited now. Are you less nervous, or you probably still got the same feeling, Lee?
The only
good
thing
11.
I'm a little bit worried about is the pace of the strikers.
Fair.
Because Havertz isn't that quick, nor is
Trossard.
But maybe this is a game where if they're going to drop deep and it's going to be goal, it's going to get you through, and Trossard's got that. So
It's interesting. It's interesting actually. The Chelsea lineup, they've gone for obviously with Cole Palmer being out, they've gone for the pace of Mudryk down one wing and Muduwaki down the other wing. Now both of them are very quick. Muduwaki's a bit more skillful on the one wing. You know what I mean? So bringing in Tomiyasu is probably a good shout for this game. You know what I mean? Because that could have been an era where
Who's going to invert though? Tomiyasu, I'm assuming. He's
maybe they don't invert as much because he's obviously a bit worried about the pace down the thing.
We did have football before you had inverted fullbacks.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but
the pace,
was the way Arsenal play.
The pace, they've obviously gone for, if you look at that front three, that's a pacey front three of Chelsea. So they're looking to counter. You got Nicholas Jackson. All right, he misses a lot of chances, but he's very quick.
The three of them are very quick.
Very
so
quick
they're looking
players.
on the
Yeah, he's
counter.
quick to miss a lot.
They're looking on the counter attack. So if
and they've done that quite well against.
They did it well against Chelsea. They just didn't finish.
They just didn't take their chances. So it's it's going to be a difficult game tonight.
It shouldn't be.
It does.
Jack says it's going to be a Royal Rumble if Chelsea get a penalty and there's no Cole Palmer.
Oh my God!
If you're fighting over there, right? Paul also says if we lose to this Chelsea team, we're done. I mean, listen, you say that, but the players that are coming in, Mudryk, 88 million. You know, as I said, Modowaki is a good player.
You
know, they've got got a £1 billion squad. But I think the main one missing, as I said, Cole Palmer. That is good for Arsenal that he's out because he's a very, very good player.
It screams
having
dominance.
An excellent season.
Yeah. It screams dominance from Arsenal though in this game. It does. It also screams, can we put our chances away? I do worry for that. I know. Listen, Trossard's been in good form. We've got Havertz up there. If we put our chances away early, it's a comfortable win. But other than that, I think the midfield we suffocate Chelsea. We dominate them. The back line is probably the strongest back line we want to see. Tomiyasu's in there. Ben White, Saliba and Gabriel. I think we're all right there. I really do. I think it's our attackers that need to really rise today. That's
it's weird, isn't it? Because we're talking about like Chelsea's midfield like it's nothing, and Moses Caicedo, 110 million pounds. Enzo Fernandez,
that's the best thing you can
5 million
say about
pounds.
them.
You know, Conor Gallagher's a good player.
They're totally overpriced.
I think we dominate, but
they're good players.
They're good players, but a complete waste of money at that kind of money.
Yeah.
You know, 110 million for that Caicedo. 105 was it, or 107?
You're all right, though, Rob. I'm just washing that by. I'm thinking, I think that's light, but I'm like, our midfield.
It's funny because they are good players. It's just that they've not been having a great season. But
he's always played well against us, Caicedo.
Yeah. That battle in midfield is going to be really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing Partey and Rice for a whole game. So let me give you guys the team again before I get predictions of the gentleman here. In goal, Declan Rice. Sorry. David Raya. Declan Rice has actually played in goal before.
Yeah,
he has. David Raya in goal.
Apparently he's good with his feet. He's good with his feet.
He's good with his feet, yeah, what I mean. Right back, Ben White. Centre backs, William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes. And Tomiyasu comes in at left back. A midfield of Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey and Declan Rice, and up front, Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz and Leandro Trossard. The bench is Aaron Ramsdale, Zinchenko, Kivior, Jorginho, Emil Smith-Rowe, Fabio Vieira, Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus. And once again, giving you the Chelsea team. Petrovic in goal, Gilchrist, Disasi, Balashide and Cucurella. Caicedo, Fernandez and Conor Gallagher, the midfield, Mudawaki and Mudryk, the wingers, and up front, Nicholas Jackson. So a lot of pace in there, but no Cole Palmer in that Chelsea team. Let's get your prediction, Julian.
Take Cole Palmer out the team.
I just asked for your prediction. I didn't ask for a long.
Okay.
I'm seeing how you left a lot of time to the end of the show and then for predictions.
It's typical of him, isn't it?
But I was going to explain that there was
he didn't ask for an explanation. He asked for your score prediction.
Okay. So there's one more really interesting stat, which was 41%.
Who told you this?
Of the, I can't remember. It's just in my head. 41% of Chelsea's goal contributions come from Cole Palmer.
That's a great stat.
So
actually.
you take him out of the team, which is perfect. Isn't it interesting that you go to the theatre and if you see like
Jesus Christ!
If you see,
how do we get to the theatre? How do we get here?
But if you see the star of the theatre production, you kind of want a refund taken out. But now we
want a refund on this.
Yeah, we're absolutely elated that their star player is not playing. So on the basis he's not playing, it will be 3-1 to Arsenal.
Gosh, he got there in the end.
Yeah.
Is he predicted, is he?
No,
what did you say? 3-1.
3-1. I'm so excited. I'm so excited now that he's not
Abdullah
playing.
says finally Partey, Rice, Odegaard, midfield domination. Lee?
2-1.
2-1.
I still think it's going to be a tight game, nervy game.
Same as what I went with, 2-1. I don't think it changes. It doesn't change. I'm going to stick with 2-1 as well.
I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go with 2-0.
Shit at the Emirates.
This is a very we got to win this game, man. If even a draw is not going to... But I think we've got enough to win the game. I think the team is a decent
The
team.
longer the game goes on, the more worried it's going to be.
Yeah, but you know what? Chelsea, are they going to be that sort of frustrating, suffocating team? I'm not sure. But you can see how they're setting up. They're going for the counter-attack. So we've got to be very wary of that. But I'm going to go for 2-0.
Is the title hopes over for you lot? Or you believe the title hopes over for you lot? Or is it you believe in? No, because there was a lot of fans that were saying when we lost to Aston Villa.
Listen, it's no longer in our hands. It's yummy because.
Well, that's what.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
It's the most important thing today for Arsenal to win the league. They've got to go
and win 5 games.
No, forget about the 5 games at the minute. They've got the way you can put pressure on. The only way you can put pressure on now is get 4 points in front of Man City before they play.
Yeah.
Now that means, say like if we draw today, they've got 2 games in hand with 2 points behind. That's no pressure. That's no pressure. That, you know, and the same for Liverpool. Liverpool have got to do the same tomorrow. You know, so
And that's away at
whatever
Everton,
happens,
isn't it? It's away at Everton.
Yeah.
Whatever, yeah. So whatever happens, Arsenal and Liverpool have to win their games today and tomorrow, to put pressure on them. The fact of the matter is if we don't, then they're under no pressure because they've got a safety net.
I think at the moment, if we lose tonight, it's over.
Or draw.
Okay,
or draw as
that's
well.
What I was just wanting to
got
see
to win the game tonight, and also
Julian, you let us know.
See how I feel after.
And we've got to be
Let's not
going into
think
that
way.
Tottenham game with a bit of, on the back of a victory, confidence. You know what I mean?
I'm with you.
It's important. It's important to win. One more super chat from Idris. He says the Partey role is the most important in the team. Gives us so much balance. All the inverting gimmick by Zinni, etc. Because we have no solid number 6. Well, we'll find out tonight. Of course, Partey is starting. Don't forget. Coming up, we've got the watch along. Make sure you check that out. We're going to be watching the game here with our fans. So we've got a great lineup for tonight's show. Apart from you, Cecil. Now Cecil's going to be
Cecil's the host,
right?
Cecil.
Yeah,
so
you missed. There's some super chats we missed, but
check out the watch along.
I've got some
super chat.
There's some super chats here there was one from Mr. Kipling.
And then also, don't forget, coming up after that, we've got the call-in show where you can call in and have your say on the game. You can call in on video. You can use the app AFTV Plus. All you got to do, press a button, bang, you're right in, and you can speak to the guys after the game, hopefully on a big victory. So make sure you do that as well. But it's a big, big game tonight. After the game, we're going to be speaking to fans outside the stadium, and hopefully they'll all have big smiles on their faces because we would have beaten Chelsea. But it's a big game tonight. Arsenal versus Chelsea at the Emirates. Mr. Kaplan says, big up family. Cess, how are you?
See, he cares about me. I'm ill.
Mr. Kaplan, big up yourself,
Big
man.
up, big up, sir,
let's
man.
hope we get a big win
Simon.
tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.